But the human rights thing is always going to come up because, especially when you have a group of people that feel like they've been shafted, right? It's definitely going to come up. You know, Black people, we've been disenfranchised for the longest. The Native folks and stuff as well. Now coming up to the dances, the Asian folks, right? Yes. Asian folks have been kind of getting it since COVID time. From COVID time and stuff and everything where, you know, the China flu, China virus. Kung flu. To, we spoke about it in February. It was so funny too, because somebody tried to come to me and was saying like, oh, did you guys hear about Asian people getting punched in the face? Like older elderly Asians getting randomly hit. Right. So I'm like, it's nothing new. I spoke about it in February on the podcast. And they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't hear. And then when they heard it, like, damn, you guys brought it to attention. So I'm like, we use our platform with a purpose. Of course. Right? I think even with that shooting thing, let's get into the shooting thing. So with the guy, Robert Long, with his situation with the whole rub and tug thing, because he went to the massage parlors. I call them rub and tugs, folks. Some people might call them rub and tugs. Rub and tugs. I mean, rub and tugs. Massage parlors, massage spas. He murdered 8 people. Yes. He murdered 8 people and stuff, right? It was wicked and cruel. Thoughts and prayers to the family. Thoughts and prayers, condolences. There was a few people and stuff who ended up leaving some kids behind. Yeah, that's crazy. Right? There's a younger woman. She was in her 30s and she left behind like a teenage child and stuff like that. And who would have thought you went to work and it would have been your last day ever on the planet? So who would have thought you'd be going for some wellness and leave the planet? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that right there and stuff is something else in itself. He first did it at the Young's Asian Massage. Okay. And then he murdered another few at Gold Spa. Okay. So he did 2 separate shootings, shot up 2 separate places and stuff. Gold Spa was afterwards, later. And heinous act. Definitely. Not all the people that were killed and stuff were Asian. Right. But the Asian community, Asian Americans and stuff especially, they stood up. And a lot of the world chiming in and saying like, stop the Asian hate. Yes. Same thing I said before when it came to the elderly getting punched. And I'll say it again. I feel like the Asian community made it hard for other people to kind of ride for them. Yes. Consider the fact that they were so reclusive from other races. Right. Because when the blacks was happening. When the blacks was going at it and stuff, whatever, with the whites, they just held their corner. And well, I mean, not only did they hold their corner, but as we also pointed out that, we were suffering injustice in China as well. Mm-hmm. We were, the way how we were being treated. So it's not to say that we're looking at it from a situation where you said fuck us, we're gonna say fuck you, but wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong. But there was some people who just felt like, hey, where were you when we needed you? When we needed you, and that's fucked up to think like that. But some people thought like that. I felt like that. You felt like that? Real talk. I felt like that and stuff for the longest because I looked at it where we always needed a middle ground. And one of my oldest friends that I have, he's Asian. He's from the Thai descent. Right. Even like the elderly guy who got hit and died, he was Thai descent and stuff, whatever, as well. Okay. Right? And my friend and I, we've been friends since the 3rd grade. Yeah. From the 3rd grade. And I'm 35, approaching 36 now. So in the 3rd grade, you're like 7 years old. Yeah. Damn near full 30 years. Mm-hmm. Back then, I guess our friendship seemed kind of foreign to the masses because he grew up in the hood. Yes. And shit, I think when Rush Hour came out, people started calling me Chris Tucker. They started calling him Jackie Chan. Right? And I mean, I looked at it stuff as where he was just always a friend. Like my mom took him in as like another son and vice versa. Yeah. So we've always had a middle ground. We always knew we came from different cultures. We looked different, but that didn't mean nothing. And it was just family. And we've always shared a weird dynamic, whereas within the Black community,